hi, welcome. Come on in. Oh my gosh, it's Pokemon Day. And what a fun Pokemon Presents. So I've already seen the Presents, and we're gonna be talking about it. Because it was so fun. We're gonna go in order. I know we got a lot of questions, probably about the last 10 seconds or so. But hi, hello, welcome. Come on in. Let's talk about Pokemon. It was a good presents. It was a grand presents. And they really picked up the pace for this one, I think, which was the right choice. They didn't dilly-dally, which is good because they only had 30 minutes to get 30. They only had 24 minutes to get a lot of info out. So let's talk about all that dang old info. So yeah, we're going through it together, because there was a lot to chit chat about. A very slick opening little cutscene. And then he explains Pokemon Day, which was fun. Okay, this thing I totally forgot. Okay, so they announced this little thing that, like, it's like a little stereo. You can even see right here, dot matrix with stereo sound. And it plays, it like has the original Red and Blue version soundtrack on it, and it's made to sound like it's coming out of a Game Boy, because it is different, you know. It was an older type of speaker. It feels different. It sounds different, and that's interesting. That's an interesting thing. I think it's pretty fucking clunky. I don't know, because each song is a different cartridge. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know, Makito. Probably not. It seems to just be like a stereo made to make, like it's a nifty design, you know, but no one wants to, I feel like no one wants to, okay, cool, I finished listening to that song, let me pull out a cartridge, find the cartridge of the next song I want to listen to, put that in. It's just like a really clunky format. And also, what, you're gonna carry around a shitload of cartridges? Like, if you were listening to, I don't know if it even has like, you know, Bluetooth or headphone support, or is it just like a tiny boombox that only plays Pokemon songs on these cartridges? It's a cute concept, a nifty execution, but I just don't see this moving sales a whole lot. Personally, I like the original soundtracks plenty, but I don't know, it just feels like no one's gonna be buying this. Yeah, I mean, it's maybe a little smaller than an actual Game Boy. So, like, yeah, looks cute, feels clunky. I don't know. I wouldn't hate being gifted one of these, but I would not buy one of these. Plastic waste? I mean, you know, everything is plastic waste. That's being pedantic. Buying a Lunchable is plastic waste, you know? So, definitely the games I listen to the least. Yeah, I never liked playing handheld games with the sound on, personally. But I like the compositions of these songs, but being chiptune isn't what I need out of them. You know, I don't mind, like, reorchestrated versions of so swell for the people who are excited. I think it's going to be a very specific type of person who is like, I need this, and I'm happy for them. I just don't think it's gonna be a huge collection of people buying these. And there's also no price anywhere. I do wonder how much they'll cost. I thought it'd be similar to a tape recorder cassette. Yeah, kind of. A little bit. Except you can't record your own thing. So it's similar, but shrugs emoji, you know? It's cute. It's yeah, you know, PokeTuber background prop. You're so right. I ought to buy one, because I'd love to be closer to a PokeTuber instead of my weird whatever the fuck you call me. And then we got some announcements on, you know, Pokemon, competitive Pokemon World Championships, and they've announced, what a cute logo, having Pikachu's cheek kind of finish the P in Pokemon XP. Very cute. Pokemon XP is a Pokemon con. I actually can't believe it's taken them this long to, like, make their own con. I'd love to go. I won't be going this year. I cannot fathom going to San Francisco right now. But this is a con I want to go to at some point in my life. I want to go to Pokemon XP real bad. At some point, you'll find me at Pokemon XP. Nebulous tuber. When you're a megacorp, you can just manufacture a thing you want and sell it, sell it to the other few. You know, it's true. You know, and that's kind of the nice thing, is that it's like, yeah, Pokemon is so big that they can make these really niche products. I might still get it just for the sake of having it. It might end up being one of those obscure collector's items. That's true. Yeah, keeping it in the box it looks nice in the box, so can't hurt, cannot hurt. But yeah, big Pokemon Expo with a bunch of competitive stuff. I didn't know you do competitive gameplay in Pokemon Go. That's news to me. This commercial was also a lot of fun because they had like, I was like, look at all this fun diversity. No one is beating Pokemon when it comes to diversity, in their games, in their marketing, in their franchise. She is so cute. I was like, look at that Nurse Joy. I want Nurse Joy to look like this. So what fun little concerts everyone can expect who gets to go to San Francisco. Reasons to move to San Francisco, literally only this. I can't say it would be in San Francisco every year though. So yeah, swell, cool art, really fun stuff, irrelevant to me, but very fun, very fun, very cool, very cute. Love Pokemon. What was the next thing they announced? Oh, okay, this one's so funny. They were like, it's Pokemon cards, you know? We got Lugia, and it turns into, it's like Pokemon card with this whole little trailer. Wow, Pokemon cards, cool. But we don't see any new cards. The trailer ends, and they're like, new Pokemon cards are coming. And it's like, yes. Oh, good. You're still making more Pokemon cards? I'm so surprised. So, you know, oh, and it's Mew and Mewtwo again, I guess. I don't know. I think this effect looks bad, personally, but that'll, you know, maybe in actual card form, it'll kind of read better. Hope they do an East Coast thing, because you could not pay me to go back to California. That'd be pretty cool if we kind of get to a point where we can have multiple Poke-Cons throughout the year. Pokermons. And then, swell for the Pokemon Go players, a bunch of Pokemon is like returning. Yippee, way to go. I don't play Pokemon Go, but happy for them. They cranked through these announcements too, which was good. It was like 10 minutes and we finished all the mobile game crap. So that's really fun. And I say mobile game crap just because I don't play any of it, but, and I feel like so often they take a long time to announce like all this stuff when it's like, I just care about the mainline games, please. But it's nice, it's nice. This one's cool. We've got classic looking Red showing up in Masters EX. He looks great. That's a cool lighting effect. Really fun. We got to see him in motion too in the trailer. He'll run just as, wow, look at that. He even runs past Red, which is really cute. Really fun. It was also weird. So they finish off this trailer for Masters EX with Juliana and the boy, like the protagonists from Scarlet and Violet here, and they have a couple of lines because they've got like Ogerpon and Terrapagos, so they've got new outfits. Cool. And they say something, they're like, you know, ready to join the battle or whatever the fuck. And I was just like, shouldn't they have Spanish accents? Because Paldea is based on Spain. They do not have Spanish accents, so I don't know. I was just thrown off by that because I feel like they did go out of their way. I feel like that, you know, like the Galar ones have English accents and such, so it was just weird that they didn't do that for these two. I don't know. It broke my immersion somehow. The only characters they gave regional accents to were the Galar characters, and they're really bad. I mean, well, okay, so are they actually British people? Who's to say? I don't know. But it's just, I don't know. It threw me off. I expected them to have Spanish accents. But yeah, Ogerpon and Terrapagos, that's fun. Cafe Remix has all the starters come back. That's swell for the people who care about Cafe Remix. It must have a substantial audience. They've always got new stuff happening with Cafe Remix. So eventually it'll wear me down. Eventually I'll actually try it out. But nothing about it has piqued my interest, but you know, I can only endure for so long. Eventually they'll be like, all of Twins' most favorite Pokemon are coming in. But actually, I think they already have like Houndoom, so, and Eevee, obviously. So it's like, that's most of my favorite Pokemon. Maybe someday I'll look into it and I'll finally get to care. Pokemon Sleep has Mew showing up. This was a cute little trailer, with Riolu waking up their trainer. That was really swell. Cute little trailer. Really fast. Again, really fast. So, they announced all the important new things, and then that was it. And then, oh, good. Cool. We can move on. And next is Pokemon Unite. We've got the legendary birds. Swell. I don't know shit diddly about Pokemon Unite. And the trailer ends with something crazy. Hang on. So it ends with an announcement, and it's like, so yeah, they announced more Pokemon, but then they also announced like a volleyball electrode tournament, and I was like, is that something in Pokemon Unite? Like, I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, an electrode volleyball world tour is coming soon, and I was like, is that a mode in Pokemon Unite? Because otherwise I'm just imagining professional volleyball players playing volleyball, but the volleyball looks like electrode. And so I don't know what this means. But I mean, it's a sentence that certainly caught my eye. TCG Pocket, I haven't played it in a little bit. I had things I needed to do. I couldn't just spend my whole day playing Pokemon card game. But they're always adding new things, so that's fun. That's cool. I'm not surprised. I think TCG Pocket is one of their smartest additions to the Pokemon world. Oh, coming to the Switch too, the online game, Pokemon Gale of Darkness XD, which is, this game is ass hard, if memory serves correctly. This game's pacing is whack. It's crazy. It's so hard, and the gameplay is weird. I mean, these games are classics at this point. Everyone knows about them. Most have gotten to play them at least a little bit. They're a trip. They're the closest thing we got to like a real open world RPG Pokemon game. The vibes are immaculate. It's got a real flavor to it, even if it's just so anomalous in the Pokemon universe. We get Mirror B. I'm excited. Okay, hot take. This might be a hot take. Mirror B's theme in the first Pokemon Coliseum game was, is that what they're called? 10 out of 10. Iconic. It's great. The one he has for actually this sequel here, I like it better. Poisonally, I do. So that's my hot take of the day. Back when XD just meant extra dimension. I know, right? So yeah, they got through all their quick announcements, and then we get some slower announcements. We already knew Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are coming to the Switch too, which is swell, you know, real fun. There's a part of me that's like, what if I play it on stream? But I think I need to temper myself. I think it comes out today, and I'm not gonna be getting it today. But fun stuff. Really excited. Because this also sets the precedent for more games also becoming available on the Switch too. And that's fun. That's fun to look forward to. Then they got the vibes are spot on for Pokemon Champions. Is that what it's called? Their trailer here of like really presenting it like it's like a gym battle, and then they've got this cute setup with the kids. Whoever drew the Pokemons for the kids, like, assuming it's, like, in-universe, one of them, did a great job. The Pokemon look great. And they're selling this game so well. It feels like an old commercial. Like, this is the kind of thing I would see growing up in the 90s, you know? And, so the vibes are great. It's not something I'm interested in, because I'm not a competitive player, I must be honest. I want more than just fights, but I think they're doing an amazing job selling this. Like, they're doing everything right that they needed to here. The more I see of Champions, the more I'm interested. Yeah, the trailers make it look so fun, which, good. It's Pokemon battling, so it's gotta be fun. Then I think this is the worst part of the direct. This took so long, too. I thought about skipping ahead during this section, because I thought it was just, it's like about the Mega Dimensions DLC for Legends ZA, which was fun, you know? But I was like, so are you just, like, announcing it? Yeah, it's out. It's been out. And I was like, is it not selling well? Do you want to be like, hey, don't forget, this DLC exists? And they were actually announcing Mega Garchomp Z. Like, that's the big announcement. But I didn't recognize it as a new Mega. So, okay. You know, it was just clunky. It was kind of a little too long. I liked the DLC plenty. I wish I liked it more. It's got a weird difficulty curve, and there are some gameplay elements that are really fun, but it just feels like they, I don't know, they overstay their welcome, or game mechanics don't interact in ways that I love across it, and it wasn't particularly story-rich, which is the thing I really wanted. But, you know, it's a swell DLC, but, I don't know, I don't feel like I need to keep playing it, unfortunately. I thought it was the same Mega as before, right? It looks really similar. Also, I thought that it was already in the game. I thought I had already seen, like, a new Mega Garchomp. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think this was the lowest point of the trailer, just because of the direct, because it took a little too long. But that's alright. And then he talks to us for a little bit. And then, oh my gosh! Okay, so this is, I can never say the name right. Pokopia? Pokopia? Pokotopia? Okay. They've added Rotom. Obviously, this is gonna be Rotom. Everyone knows. You see that orange? That's Rotom orange. And here's the funniest thing. Okay, I made a video recently ranking the Project Voltage Mikus, and I talked about all the Mikus and their designs, and it was very fun. And in it, at some point, I allude to Rotom, like how one of the Mikus, don't you feel like Rotom should be a speaker? And I got a comment that was like, Rotom can't be a speaker because it doesn't have a motor in it. You know, like Rotom's name backwards, and I didn't realize Rotom was motor backwards. And so I just didn't reply, because I was like, well, I don't know, I didn't know about this limitation, but what a fun idea. Rotom being, you know, an audio device, especially for Miku. You know, she's a singer. I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. I was right. I got this right. Oh, Rotom can't be a speaker. Yeah, because you attach the speaker to a fucking radio. And that's what this is. It's announcing that you can play music on Rotom in the Ditto game. I think this was a good trailer, because it's been really hard to kind of get a grasp on what exactly this game is. You know, it's been giving like kind of like Harvest Moon, maybe kind of Minecraft, but I think, and it's tough because I think it's a weird combination of a couple of different things. The biggest one is, I'm gonna call this Pokemon Animal Crossing. The gameplay feels like it's giving Animal Crossing plus Minecraft, with a little bit of like Harvest Moon influences in there. And I think that's why it's been really hard to really get what game it's going for. And it's a unique collection of games that Pokopia is doing, and I think it's good. I think it's, well, that's a great face to have paused on. It looks fun. I'm not gonna get it day one. It comes out next week, and I'm already, planning on spending some money next week. But I'm excited to kind of see more of it learn more about it. This did reveal that you can customize your Ditto, which is good. Introduced a couple of new characters, including the Rotom and Chef Greedent, which is cute. And then, yeah, multiplayer, letting you get to play Prop Hunt, which is fun. It feels like a bigger game than I'm giving it credit for right now. So, yeah, I'm excited to see more about it. It's not a day one purchase for me, but I think it looks really cute. I think it's absolutely something that, on a whim, I could be like, I want that. I'm gonna buy that. Play it for, like, a week or two. And then and be happy, you know? So, yeah, Pokopia, and this took a lot of time for Pokopia. I'm excited to hear more about it. It looks fun. Looks fun and good. Falls apart pretty much immediately. You know, I thought about that because of the Rotom phones. And so I googled if phones have motors in them, and they technically do. And so I was like, checkmate, I guess. But yeah, I was right there. Don't worry, Mosswalker. Oh my gosh, Clinton Sandy. I'm so small. Stardew Valley aside, I'm so disappointed that it's Clint. So happy for all the people who like women who get the beautiful woman everyone has always wanted, Sandy. Everyone likes Sandy, and then he sticks us with Clint. There are so many characters we should have gotten instead of Clint. My enthusiasm for Stardew Valley has plummeted with this new revelation that it's Clint we get to marry. The r/nice guys Clint. But we cannot digress for too long. We've got the big announcement. The big thing announced at the very end. Okay, and this is the thing we're all really here for. It's what we all got excited for. And we start with this, and you know, it's a lot of art supplies, cool sketch, and I go, oh, uh-oh. Is this gonna be a Pokemon Art Academy? Do you remember those on the 3DS and Wii? Is this gonna be another Pokemon Art Academy? Are they ending their trailer with Pokemon Art Academy? No. Thank God. I was really worried. Because obviously I wanted to be a new mainline game, and it is. But yeah, we see all this very nice art, and it's so art heavy. I do wonder if art is going to play a role in the game. Like, if we're gonna get to do art in game somehow, or if this is just a very fun way to kind of bring us into the trailer. And then look at this good Pikachu. Look at how good he looks. Wow, what a guy. So cute. I joked about a Pokemon coloring book. So yeah, the cute Pikachus, and then I'm like, okay, so we got Pikachu, and then something's at the door, and it's Pikachu in outfits, and I was like, what? And so I don't know how these are relevant. They look adorable. The last, and I theorize, they do kind of have a tan. You're right. Fascinating. Maybe it's just the lighting. But, the last time we got Pikachu, look at how fucking cute his face is. They're so cute. Last time we got Pikachu in, like, costumes like this, it was cosplay Pikachu in the, Oris, you know, the Hoenn remakes. And so I'm wondering if this means we're gonna get contests back? You know? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's the best guess I've got. Because I was like, cool, Pikachu in outfits. And then they're like, okay, time to show off the new game. And it looks so good. It looks so good. It looks so good. No more. If anyone bitches about trees, they're an incel. If anyone bitches about, oh, the trees look bad, I'm gonna be like, you're a loser. Coral Reef, yeah, it looks so good. It just looks really stunning. I did see we'll talk about it when we get to them. But yeah, everything looks gorgeous. We got this cool windmill, nice trees and the water and the shading, and what is this? This looks so cool. Yeah, I also hope we get a swim in this game. Allison surmises that we're going to be able to dive again, and I think you're right. I think there's so much water. there's so much water that it's like if you gotta have a game with a lot of water, you want to play in the water, you know? You want to give your players things to do with the water. And Allison had this idea, and I think she's right, that these are wetsuits under the protagonists' like shirts and stuff, implying that we can kind of just dive right in. You know, think about Animal Crossing. You gotta put on your wetsuit, then you can go scuba diving. So I think it could also explain this like kind of chunky shape of the backpacks. You know, maybe it's like scuba gear. This is some fucking boat shoes right there. Yeah, Allison looked it up. The Maldives is what we think it's based off of, it's near India, I believe. So fun, very fun. It does seem to be like an East Asian, I believe. I'm bad with directions sometimes. I'm bad with maps. But we don't see any new Pokemon except for wait, let's go back. Let's see if we can get a good look at that Nurse Joy. We don't see any new Pokemon except for the starters. We do see the starters, and of course we're going to be talking about them. Look at that Joy! Look at her! Look at her, she's cute! Look at that Nurse Joy over there! Hell yeah. Not drills like how I wanted, but I like to see how they change up Nurse Joy every time. So yeah, look at how nice these shaders look. And look, yeah, they always have a not actual gameplay footage when it's just like an animated cutscene that they make. South Asian. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, the Maldives. Yeah. But so look at this. That implies this is in-engine gameplay. And it looks so good. I'm so excited for people to have no reason to bitch. And of course, there will always be little bitches. Look at how good this looks. That looks like, oh, that's unknown shit over there. That looks like unknown. Maybe? That's not unknown. I'm just excited. That's Pokemon text right there. I bet actually that can be translated. Fans are crazy. Fans love being able to read in-game text, and I think that's Poke text. And so I wonder what it says there. We got Ladybug and Ledian. No new Pokemon revealed other than the starters, which I thought was surprising. Look at how nice this effect looks. Look at those nice stars. Look at how nice those look. Oh my god. It looks so good already, and we're not getting this until next year. So it might. And also, looking at Mario Kart. Mario Kart looks stunning. And also runs like a dream. The Switch 2 has the power it needs, and so I'm excited for all the YouTubers to have no content to easily grind out, being like, Pokemon bad. And they get to, oh damn, you just get to have fun playing a video game, actually. Look at this crazy thing that this does. We got a lot of Pokemon. I didn't really grasp the diversity of Pokemon that we get. So it looks like also the complaint of, oh, we don't have a whole national dex is also being to some degree mitigated. I'm seeing a lot of diverse Pokemon. So that's pretty cool. And then we got our starters. Oh my god. Okay, so we gotta talk about these. I've already seen a tweet that was like, I bet all my money the fuck-ass dog is gonna stand up. And I'm like, you bitches can't be happy about anything. Who cares? You know that meme of, man, someone else bought a way better cake, and then it's a guy going, oh boy, 2 cakes. It's like the antithesis of that. These are the people who are like, ugh, that cake, who's ever gonna like 2 cakes, you know? Yeah, exactly. The don't evolve your fuck-ass dog, Lamau, exactly. Also, Sprigatito rules. Meowscarada is a grand starter, so who cares if a Pokemon stands up when it evolves? They're so cute! Okay, so we got Brout, that's Bird Sprout, but we've also got a lot of Eyebrow game, so I'm thinking maybe it'll become, maybe like a Great Horned Owl? But it's giving chick, like, it could be like there's a lot of roosters with a lot of plumage that we could be playing with here. So, So yeah, I hope the Pombon shiny is white, so it could be like Toby Fox. That's fun. Also, white Pomeranians are rare and real. I had one growing up. So that's pretty fun. So called the Bean Chick Pokemon. I'm trying to think of what more typing it could be. Obviously, it's grass, but we got a lot of black in this design. Maybe dark. It is a bird. We could actually just get a flying type. We've had a good handful of bird starters, but none of them have been flying. And I gotta be honest, I don't expect that to happen here either. But Brout is hyper cute. A cutie patootie. It is friend shaped. And then we got, this is the one I want this. I want Pombon. I saw Pombon and my heart was tooken, and I cannot deny that I want this guy. I want him. I'm gonna push him over. He's gonna be so fucking cute and good. Rowlet and Dartrix have flying. Yeah, but the final evolution does not. That's the thing. And that's the part that matters. Like, they had flying type. I don't know if they were part flying or if they just had flying moves. Yeah, I'll admit I can't recall that right now, but the final evolution is the one that matters. And Decidueye is Ghost. So, isn't it? It's Ghost, isn't it? Yeah, Pombon, so fucking cute. I don't care if it stands up. because who cares? Oh no. Oh, I better also change color. Ooh, wah. Only one type. They might do that. I feel like they won't, but it could be. Could be one type. Pombon is so cute. I cherish Pombon already. And then we've got this guy. It's like I named this guy. Gweka. That's Gecko. Gekwa. That's Gecko and Aqua. With these pink eyes. Only one type of Decidueye is Ghost. Oh, I see. Yeah. Look at him. Big pink eyes. The pink eyes are really fun. They pop really nicely. And that has me thinking maybe it'll be fairy, maybe it'll be psychic, maybe it'll be poison. So Gekwa, pretty cool, pretty alright. Newts usually are attributed to like witchcraft and stuff. So, you know, we'll see what happens. A cute little guy. Definitely the one I'm least interested in, which is Grant, because Allison called dibs. Oh, I've got the hiccups. And then we got this, okay, and then this little shot. Look at this, look at this suspicious cloud. This one dark cloud that looks like a dragon. That's a dragon up there. That's something, but also we've got this white part behind it, or underneath it, that's also like giving something. This is a Pokemon here. That's absolutely a Pokemon here. That's a tinfoil hat time, that's a Pokemon up there, because also the clouds start like away, but this one doesn't. That's a legendary. That's a legendary right there. I guarantee it. I bet all my money that's a legendary. That's gonna be absolutely a legendary right up there. And which is fascinating. We actually don't get to see the box legendaries. We just get starters. So obviously we'll get more trailers as we go. But very fun. Very fun. We got more. We got Frillish. We got Tynamos. We got good old Wailord. And then, yeah, we get the names. It's Pokemon Winds and Waves. So we don't know, we don't know, like, any regional differences yet, or, like, variances between the two. So, hard to pick one just yet between Winds and Waves. I think Winds sounds cooler, but I'm not married to either of them yet. We'll have to see, you know, what the differences are between the two. But so excited. Global simultaneous release next year. So excited for next year. Oh my gosh. Pombon, it's cute. I want it. I want it to be my starter. Someone in the comments thinks that Ultra Beasts will come back because of the logo. The logo is pretty, like, rainbowy. A little dimension-y. It might. They might. They tend to not repeat gimmicks, but they could. Nothing's stopping Pokemon from doing whatever the fuck they want. Yeah, they look really nice. Really, really nice logos here. They were so close to getting wins for Team Sky. Hell yeah. They were so close to take your idea, land in Sky. Just right next to it. They really were. Pokemon's copying me. No. I guess now we know my Pokemon Navy and Maroon idea isn't used yet. Very funny that they almost went with the same theme as your... Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it... I mean, I feel like it's a pretty obvious one. Earth and Sky. That can be, their sequels. They'll get direct sequels. Another island alien takeover. That would be kind of weird to do. Just because it is another very island-like, location. But I'm so excited. Look at them. Look at them! Ah! They're so small! Yeah, ride Pokemon would be really cool. Oh, they're so cute. I can't. They're so cute. This streamer almost predicted the new games. I actually wonder if we won't need ride Pokemon. It looks like landmass scaling is more careful this time. Perhaps. I think people love riding Pokemon. I think we'll still be able to. I just don't think we're gonna be given a super bike right off the bat, like how we were with Koraidon Miraidon, probably. If anything, I think it'll be more like jet skiing around on Sharpedos to go from like island to island, maybe. So kind of like what we had with Alola, but good. So that'd be pretty dang nifty. Betting Pombons is gonna be Fire Fairy? Why? Is it because of this, like, we got like, looks like a little like cutie mark under its chin here that we can't see. If that's a heart, that'd be pretty cute. I can't predict anything with any of them other than the pink guys. We got a good couple, basically all the pink types. Fairy, Psychic, Ghost, Poison, for Gekwa, but I can't predict anything for the other two just yet. And they're so fucking cute. So, yippee. Yippee. The pro tags do have those boards on them, do they? Let me go back. Let me see a little bit more of the protagonists running around. Oh, this thing. You think that's like a board? Like on the bag, that like flat part there? Maybe. Maybe kind of doing like, yeah, kind of wakeboarding around or something. Maybe. Nice shoe. By the way, look at that. Look at the sole of that shoe. That's good. That's well done. Man, he even has the white bag. This is really similar to my guy. If he was blonde, I'd be like, now hang on, wait a minute. Looks like I should be working for Pokemon. Look at their profiles on the website. Here, I'll hide my screen then while I run over there, just because I don't know what might show up. That one. Okay, let me go to the Pokemon website. Pokemon website. Pokemon.com. I'm looking so forward to them. I'm really excited to go. I'm so excited for a year. First look at Winds and Waves. Perhaps we have any info on some trainers down here? There they are. Are there... Oh, their hats are different. Okay, their outfits are kind of different. Okay, hang on. Okay. Yeah, take a gander. Winds has the little, like, cowboy-looking hats. Waves has the blue caps. And then, yeah, white bags and blue bags. Fascinating. Interesting. That's been so far the biggest divergence. I don't mind the two. It's definitely not like Scarlet and Violet. Of course, I am #1 orange hater. Obviously, I hated everything with the Scarlet uniforms. But, so I think these are both cute. I think we got, you know, both of them work, you know, so that's fun. That's nice. And yeah, look at that. He's got a board. He's got a whole board. So I think you're onto something. with us being able to, like, ride that to some degree. Protagonist looks so interesting. I think it helps that this is the first time we got, like, a boy with not just black hair. He really looks different. So that's fun. Skylar and Terry. Watery. So far, the white cowboy hats are leaning me towards wins as my choice of the game. I think I'll agree. No, well, maybe. I don't know. I'm not married to either of them currently. So, which is great, because that means I'm not going to be like, oh no, I'm stuck with the ugly one if we, you know, we get an announcement of, like, oh, all of Twins' favorite looking Pokemon are going to be in the one that looks worse, you know, or anything like that. I'm sure we'll be able to buy both types of hats, though. Oh, probably. You're so right. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And you're right. So yeah, these don't look like uniforms. It looks like we might actually be able to customize our characters' outfits again. So that'd be cool. That'd be nice. I'd love to be able to do that. Like, really actually customize. Especially, and this is a good, like, look at the wetsuits. And I do think Allison's right. I do think those are totally wetsuits. Where you're getting in the water. So maybe we'll be able to customize those too. That'll be fun. Get cute wetsuit outfits. So while we wakeboard around on our fancy Poke hoverboard. Don't forget to look at the Pikachu names. We'll scroll down. Let's see what's going on down here. I think we'll have to wear the wetsuit, but I don't think that'll mess with the design that much. I agree. There's a Stardust looking very cute. So cute. They're so good. I'm really, really loving their designs. 10 out of 10. Super excited. And then, yeah, we got Pikachus. Our special Pikachu with a brand new look. We'll have to wait a bit longer to learn how Mr. Windy Chew and Miss Wavy Chew will be involved in the adventure. So they do look like they have a tan. Are these regional variant Pikachus? Or are they just shiny? Because I think shiny Pikachu is darker like this. But Mr. Windy Chew and Miss Wavy Chew. Maybe the professors own these two. Perhaps. That'd be, or professor. I don't know. Maybe we'll just have one professor this time around, but those are some clunky ass names. Yeah, these are the professors. It's gonna be, welcome to the World Pokemon, and it's like, huh? Look, they look like this special Psychic Pikachu with the blue eyes. She does have blue eyes, so that's fun. Yeah, she's so pink as well. Look at her pink cheeks. Those are really different. Between these two, I like the artwork of Miss Wavy Chew more. But I think they're both really cute. They are. Someone earlier had said they look like an aunt and uncle, and you're so right. They do. So yeah, shiny Pikachu is orange. So they're shiny-ish, but also she's got pink, and so I don't know, maybe they're just super special Pikachus. Pikachu will do that. And I'm so happy. It has been a long wait for a new gen, and Gen 10 as well. Generation 10. That's a big number. That's a big number, and so these are some pretty damn big shoes that these Pokemon, these characters, this world needs to fill, and I must say they're doing a great job so far. You tell me, little old me, baby twins, playing like Sinnoh games, that eventually Pokemon will look like this, I'd be like, nah, you're lying. Finally, we have the free roaming we all wanted. The only thing I can fathom people actually bitching about is no voice acting. And I gotta be honest, and you all know, couldn't care less. If they have voice acting, great. If they don't, literally who fucking cares? If you're gonna bitch about Pokemon not having voice acting, don't play any game that doesn't have voice acting. Just don't. You're not allowed anymore. think it's fun because it means we get to kind of attribute voices to them. Because I like getting to voice the characters, but, you know, if that's it, if that's the big thing people bitch about, a pretty small thing. There are rumors that it will have voice acting. Yeah, but Pokemon rumors suck. You all remember that one leak? It was the fakest leak on planet Earth. Up there with octopi can live in trees and Master Chief is getting into Smash. Like, that leak that's like, the Pokemon team, here's some lore that leaked that got, you know, canceled. And it was like, oh, Typhlosion was supposed to kidnap children, and also everyone's favorite pseudo-legendaries are actually ludicrously important to the lore, and I was like, no one on the Pokemon team cares about any of this. No one would make, like, an SA Pokemon. No one would have Typhlosion be a kidnapper. No one on the Pokemon team cares about connecting the dots between the box legendaries and having Dialga, Palkia, and some third one that isn't actually, like Gyarados, and how they're relevant to the lore. That was the fakest leak on planet Earth, and people gobbled it up like it was safe to eat. And so, I can't believe any leaks. I choose not to. I just completely disregard them, because it's like, nah, fam. You're out here trying to sell me Master Chief getting into Smash Bros. I can't believe anything until Pokemon itself tells me that stuff wasn't fake. No, it was. It was all in English. It's a Japanese company. Why was it all in English? There was no translation. There was no Japanese version. It was the most fake shit. It was the most fakest of shit. And I implore you to learn that you can't trust everything you see online. It was machine translated, but we never saw the Japanese version because there was no Japanese version because a bunch of English losers were like, what if we lie online? Either way is fine, but the people who are firmly in one camp or the other are kind of cringe. IMO. I think you can have an opinion, a strong opinion, and not be cringe about it. But I feel like people can be pretty cringe. I do think across the board, I would prefer no voice acting, because I think voice acting in things like Breath of the Wild, that's always what people jump to. They're like, look at Breath of the Wild, it's got voice acting, Zelda can do it, and it's like, yeah, and it sounds bad. I love Sean Chiplock. I love Sidon's voice actor. I think all of the voice actors in that game are good voice actors. And yet the end result, trying to match lip flaps in a video game like this, is like, well, Link, I think that I need a pause every now and then because the lip flaps are weird, Goro, and it's just clunky. It's clunky and bad, unless if the character isn't, like, actively talking on screen. It's like, then you'll have, like, gameplay, and it's just like, oh right, now I can actually talk like a normal human being, and that's just what the Pokemon, like, even if there is voice acting, people will shit on that too. So it's like, who cares? It's a lose-lose as someone who is just excited about a new Pokemon game. So pretty. Look at that. That's a nice shot right there. Golly, I wonder if we can actually run with our hand up like that. I think the player character has done that before. Like, you're running through the sand and you know, they shield themselves from like gusts, like sand dunes. So good fun stuff. Really excited to see a little bit more. They'll release more info, you know, in the not too distant future, I'm sure. They love doing that. And then being like, great, I've seen enough, and then closing my eyes and just waiting patiently until 2027. Hopefully it's not too deep into 2027. Hopefully it's maybe like a March release, you know, Q1, that'd be nice. But no matter when Pokemon comes out, I will happily play it. Yeah, Zelda and Ganon were good. I mean, okay, I didn't like Ganon just because it was Mercer, and I feel like his voice didn't fit Ganondorf all that well. But he did a good job, so, you know. Some of them were better, some of them were worse. It is what it is. If we have voice acting in Pokemon, well, great. That means people can't keep bitching about it. So how mad could I be? Does this mean you're getting a Switch 2? Honey, I've got a Switch 2. I sat outside Best Buy for hours so I can get a Switch 2 day one. I remember that was the last day that my right eye worked properly. Hi, Jordan. Welcome. You've missed... I'm gonna be wrapping up here, but, so excited. I'm gonna get Pombon. I want that dog. That's gonna be my dog right there. That's mine. I dibs. Dibs on him. The bird is really cute, though. And I'm sure I'll come around to Gekwa. So, thanks for stopping by, but you'll have to watch the VOD to hear my inane opinions on everything else. The lip sync in Xenoblade 2 was terrible sometimes. It can be really hard. It can be really hard to match lip flaps for these 3D games specifically. I don't know why it's so hard, but it is. And I think it's just because, like, they get to kind of act with the characters more, and that acting just means... you know, kind of more variation. It's easier to, when, you know, you're voice acting in anime and it's just, you know, that's easier to match lip flaps with. The higher tech we get, the harder it is to match lip flaps. Unfortunately. So, shrugs emoji, I don't know. Who was the streamer who said they didn't get a 2 then? I don't know. Maybe it was Critter. I don't think she's got a 2. So, here's hoping she gets a 2, because she's gotta play Pokemon. Head be dumb, that's alright. What? James, you don't know everything about all my purchases? So yeah, maybe it was Critter. Quite frankly, I'm willing to help her buy a Switch 2, just so she can play Pokemon, if she needs it. She should be alright though. She can just not buy, like a bunch of Amazing Digital Circus merch for a little bit and save up. Absolutely. Don't want to see too much, but I need to see the professors and our rivals, but that's it, nothing else. Professors, rivals, box legendaries, obviously, and maybe some... What'd you miss? The whole thing! We're wrapping up. These are the starters. I'm gonna get the dog. Is this gonna be on both Switches? I don't know. I don't know if that's been announced yet. Let me move forward in the trailer. Yeah, when we got the logos on screen. Looks like we're just getting it on the Switch too, which makes sense. This is some high-level graphics that, you know, we're playing with here. So I don't think the Switch could handle this. This is a lot for the Switch to handle. The starters, yeah, yep. So yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be on Switch 2, and so it's time, you know, time to move up to the next generation. The Switch had its time. It's been like 15 years or something. Time to be broke then. It do be time to just save up. But yeah, I don't think the Switch could handle all this. Crack theory, we're finally gonna get a dragon and flying evolution. That'd be fun. Evolutions for Gen 10? That'd be nice to see. It'd be pretty damn cool. And I don't even care. We can get bug and ground, 2 of my least favorite types, and I'd be like, great, new evolutions though. Hell yeah. They need to be like the newer Yakuza games and reanimate the lips. Oh, what a pain. You're right, but ugh, what a nightmare. Okay, Misty, bug types are boring, ground types are boring. They're just boring. A bug legendary would be pretty funny. Especially because Wolfie, like, just made a video talking about how there's no bug legendaries. Twins the nematode doesn't like bug. Bug, so I like some of them, but it's just, you ask me to list all my favorite Pokemon types, bug and ground are at the bottom. Even though one of my favorite Pokemon is Leavanny. New evolutions would be really awesome. I want to see these nice stars again. They're so nice. I'm gonna catch so many Pokemon so I can look at these nice stars. Golly. You can really feel that they've been working on these for a long time. It feels like you can see elements of that they've learned from, you know, the new Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Legends. You know, you can tell that they've been working hard on this, I think. And so, yeah, excited to see a little bit more so I can choose which version I get. And then wait till next year. Thank goodness I've got so many plans for this year. I'll find myself so busy the time will fly right on by. As long as the shiny sound effect stays in, I'll be happy. Yeah, it's weird. I feel like 2 of the games don't have that, and it's like, why? Why'd you do that? Why would you do that? That's so weird. So yeah, a really swell direct. Obviously, this is the big thing. This news is the big, cool, big, good, exciting news, but it's nice that everything else was really swell. You know, from the weird, clunky music player that's like, that's a cool collectible, I suppose, to Pokemon Con, you know, becoming a new thing. I'd love to go to Pokemon XP at some point in my life. So that's really fun. New Pokemon cards. You know, we all like Pokemon cards. Pokemon Go has a bunch of returning Pokemon. That's swell for the mobile players. Classic Red showing up in Masters EX. What a fun outfit. So cute. Looks like it affects, maybe this is just the trailer, but it looks like it affects the starters. That could be nifty. Cafe Remix always has updates. I'm so happy for the people who care. I feel like a lot of people play Pokemon Sleep, which confuses me. I don't get it, but, you know, I'm happy for them. Pokemon Unite still has an audience, you know, always getting new things. New stuff in TCG Pocket is really fun. XD coming to the Switch too. So, you know, Nintendo Online is crazy. It's a classic. It's a classic banger, and it's nice that people get the chance to play it if they haven't already. Fire Red, Leaf Green coming to Switch 2. So fun for the people who haven't been able to play the classic games legally. This is really fun. This sets a good precedent to being able to, like, get all the classic games eventually. I'd be willing to repurchase a good number of these so I can actually play them again, because I don't have, you know, a Game Boy anymore. I don't think so. I don't have a Game Boy Advance. I can't play all these classic games anymore, and I'd love to be able to. Pokemon Champions, the advertising is spot on. So fun. So excited to see all the competitive players get to enjoy themselves. Mega Dimensions DLC, who cares? Like, yeah, we played it. Oh, they're adding a new Garchomp? Okay. Anyway. That was the lowest point. But when the low point is 1 new Mega, hey, you know, that's not too bad. And then the Pokopia looks cute. Definitely thinking about that. I might pick it up at some point. And then, oh my god, Pokemon. How do you play Sleep? You sleep. You just have it on, and then you sleep, and then it's supposed to, like, measure how you sleep, probably based on sounds. I've heard it's not very scientific. There are other apps like it too, so I don't know, some kind of sleep app to, like, see how long you are sleeping for. But yeah, like, there's nothing that you hook up to yourself or anything, so it kind of just records you during the middle of the night. A lot of sleep apps do, and I think with Pokemon Sleep, you, like, I don't know, while you sleep, you can, like, catch Pokemon or something. I don't fucking know. I've looked into it because I was like, why does everyone care so much? But it doesn't seem like my kind of thing. But yeah, yay! Pokemon! So excited. I gotta eat lunch so I can go to work lame-o. But, I was really, really glad that I got to wake up and watch the Direct right away instead of having to wait for, like, getting home, you know, just avoiding the internet all day. So glad I was able to watch this and then talk about it with you guys. So, yippee! I can't just keep clapping and going, yeah, yippee, wahoo! So, well, we'll have to stop it there, but thanks for stopping on by. I appreciate it. So yeah. Yippee Pokemon. Yippee wahoo Pokemon. Yippee. Wahey Pokemon. Yay. Drink your vegetables, eat your water. Wahoo Pokemon.